As I sat there letting my grandson do what he do, I said, you know what? I haven't done a plant tour in a while or an inventory, so let me get up on that. Guess we'll start over here. At this wall when you first walk in the door, this right here is my Ferdinand's Fire pothos. It's a lot more variegated than your traditional golden pothos for the most part. You see some of those all green leaves up there just because I haven't had it directly in the light like it usually is. But if you turn it around to the other side, you see a lot more variegation. I'm trying to get them, evenly colored. So the plant is rotated right now. But look at that variegation. Down below that is an old snake plant. Those longest leaves on there are, the original leaves. All of those shorter, brighter leaves are the new leaves that are coming in on it. A lot of those older leaves have died off, and those newer leaves are what's filling that pot now. I even took some of those older leaves and started some snake plant propagations. And here is the wall of plants. And that sits right next to that smaller plant stand. So we'll go over here down the wall. This is a global green pothos. We had some issues for a while with pests or fungus. I'm not quite sure what it was. And so some of the variegation on this wasn't what it used to be, but it's getting back to itself. Look at that pretty green on green variegation. When the global green is really green, and I love it. Some of those higher leaves are the older ones. They have some of the damage on them, but I still love old girl. Here's the Brazilian pothos. You're going to see a good bit of pothos in this video. I've just always liked the coloration on the Brazilian. I've seen the Rios and the Carnivals too, so I don't know. I might wind up with one of them. Here's a Marble Queen propagation that has basically turned into its own plant. She got some pretty variegation on her. Look at that. I like seeing that marble and then those splotches of green in there. Continuing on, here's my Aglaonema Maria. She is one of the original Aglaonemas from my video a year ago. A lot of them are no longer with us, but she is. She is the hardiest one, I'm pretty sure. Because she stuck around. My holiday cactus, last year this time, that guy was short and bushy. Now he's just tall and lanky. He hasn't had any die off, just got tall and long. My Peperomia Rosso. From what I hear from most people, they can't keep these things alive, but I've been neglecting the hell out of it, and that seems to work. I've realized that works for most Peperomia. Here's the Marble Queen Mama. Look at that beautiful half moon leaf. That is so pretty. I love this variegation too. It's like half and half. Half marble, half green. There you can see some of that damage I was talking about from some of the issues we had. The whole collection pretty much went through it. Some got damaged more than others, but we back on top. The new growth is coming in pretty good. This is my regular Burley Marks plant. Believe it or not, those plants grow really well. It's like 3 propagations around here of that. Of course, I Pothos Pearls and Jade. Those guys don't grow too fast at all, so. And big guy, the big old Monstera. You can see the size reference between that plant and the rest of that plant wall or that shelf that's next to it. That guy's huge. Here are some of the newer leaves on it. That one came out without fenestrations. That one came out fully fenestrated, but not very large. This one's larger, but not as fenestrated as the last one. It pretty much just does what it want to do. That's a big old leaf with hardly no fenestration. It's just that one. It's way bigger than that newest leaf, but the newest leaf is more fenestrated. I don't know what this plant be doing. I really don't. Hiding behind that is my Scindapsus pictus. You would think it's not getting enough light with those big old monstera leaves blocking some of that light, but no, that guy is growing pretty good. My Schismatoglottis. It cracks me up every time I hear somebody try to pronounce the name of these plants. I heard they like to stay moist, or they will die on you in a minute if they don't stay moist. So I keep that guy moist. Here's my Monstera Thai constellation. That's one of the new leaves, little guy. That's a newer leaf, which is bigger. None of those are fenestrating yet. That's how tall it goes. That's one of the oldest leaves up there, hanging above the light. Everybody else is down below. Right next to that is one of my pride and joys, this Alocasia Frydek variegated. I just love the velvety look of these leaves, and I love that variegation, especially when you see all that white and that one plop of green up there. It's so pretty. Coming down here into the jungle, you got my, I can't tell if it's a Soul Silver or Silver Hero Scindapsus. Just know it's a very silver Scindapsus. I've seen them called a couple different things. Right there is my baby Billy. I can't wait to see if I can get this guy leaves to go as big as I've seen with some Billies. Right now, it's just a cute little baby. Here's my Varicosum. Of course, Walmart started selling these guys as Philodendron Incentii. But everybody knows it's a Varicosum. I like the velvety leaves on that guy too. I also like the red on the back of those guys. I've seen people size those leaves up pretty huge. Not sure I'm interested in doing that, but we'll see. My Philodendron subestatum. I love that dark red on the back of the leaves. From what I'm told, if it's getting enough light, it'll get that dark red back there. That particular leaf, I don't know why he's dying off. And this one is bleaching out. So I'm thinking about moving it because I think that light might be too strong for it. Through there, you see the grandbaby running around doing his little thing in the diaper. Down here is a Peperomia teardrop. Again, you see how dry that soil is. It's starting to pull away from the pot. I swear they only seem happy when I allow them to get that dry. My baby Burrow's tail. I can't wait to see what this little guy does. He's such a little baby right now. Of course, the variegated cactus. I always think these are so pretty. I never see anybody with a really big one though. A Peperonia Jenny. You can see on her some of that damage I was talking about before. I never saw a thrip or anything, but I'm pretty sure they were there. This is my lemon lime. That thing is so bright. That lemon lime heartleaf is even brighter than neon pothos. And there goes some of those snake plant. Those came off of that snake plant over by the door. Back there, I got a cactus. That guy's doing okay. And this Ficus shibriana, I just always love the variegation on these. I think it's so, I'm a sucker for like creamy, yellow, white variegation. It just always looks so pretty to me. Getting that dirt off the leaf. My neon pink Syngonium. This is not the same one I had last year. I neglected her a little too much and she gave up on me, but I'm no quitter. This Syngonium I cannot remember the name of, but I like the pink veining in it. Very pretty. My Syngonium Winlandii, that is not the same one from last year, but hey, if we really like a plant around here and we don't do right by it the first time, we're going to try again. That guy's nice and bushy for now. Hopefully I won't neglect him to the point of death. I really be trying, y'all. So that's the smaller plant stem, Monty the big guy, and the plant wall. Next, we'll go over to that taller plant stand. There's that big guy. It's over here on that same wall with the door. Now, this is the neon pothos. Granted, the leaves are brighter than my green pothos, the regular pothos that I have across from here, but they're not as bright as that lemon lime heart leaf. They'll come out somewhat bright like this, like that's a newer leaf, but then they darken up to this like darker green that's still lighter, but not as light as that lemon lime. Down here, I got my little Berkey. This was like my second Birkin. I learned it as well. It don't like to be fussed over. You will love it to death, and that's exactly what it's going to do, is die on you. Leave that Berkey alone and let it do what it do. This always looks so professional to me with his white pinstripes. This is my Synapsis Trubii. Now, last year you saw this guy trailing all over the place. I can't remember what I did wrong with him, but he got all the way down to one leaf. You hear me? One leaf. And I was refusing to let him go or buy another one. And that one leaf has now turned into 3 with one more coming unfurled. I can't wait to grow him back out. That's going to be such an accomplishment. Like, you were on the very brink of death. There go my pretty Carnosa Crimson Princess. At some point, I'll get the queen too. The princess is inner variegated. The queen is outer variegated. They look similar, but not. I love both of them. Here's my Syngonium Aria. I got this from Whatnot. I thought it was so pretty. I can't wait to see what this guy does. Back there, I got my Rojo Congo with the leaves growing all splayed and crazy. I don't know why they're split like that. Like, some are going on one half of the pot and the other are going on the complete opposite half of the pot. Like, I don't know if they gang worn up in that pot or what's going on. I really don't. My Creeping Jenny. This is another huzzy that's hard to keep alive. But it's because she loves so much humidity and she has to be watered like almost every day sometimes. Every other day if you're lucky. She is a thirst queen. I was checking her soil right then to make sure she didn't need to be watered. That's a little Staghorn Fern back there. That's another Whatnot purchase. And this Alocasia, I'm not sure if it's a Cupria. That's the little bird's nest fern back there. I got him on clearance. He's doing pretty good though. But this one, that coloring in it looks pinker to me than what I'm used to seeing in Cuprias. And it looks darker and not as metallic to me. I'm not entirely sure what this guy is, but I can tell you I got him half off at Kroger. Because of that one little ugly leaf over there. That one little leaf had him half off, and I took full advantage. But look at that new guy coming in there. Now here is my second try at an Orbifolia. Hopefully I can keep her happier this time around. I got her right next to humidifier since I hear, humidity is key with those guys. And then I got my curly fern back there. That guy too will crisp up on you so quick if you don't got enough humidity around it. It's crazy. Almost forgot on this top shelf I got my Struggling Ring of Fire. I'm not sure, because if I put it closer to the light, it seems to burn. When I don't have it right up on the light, it doesn't seem to grow well. So that's the first little colorful leaf I've gotten since I had it. Other than that, it looks like this. It's so scraggly. I'm gonna figure it out. I ain't killed it yet. It's still around. We're gonna see what happens. Back there, I got a Hoya. I cannot remember what Hoya that is. I'll figure it out sometime after this video because I'm pretty sure I got it written on the actual grower's pot. My one leaf Begonia Immaculata. This thing, I swear we have our ups and downs. 1 minute is dying off and I'm losing every leaf but one. The next minute is pushing out so many leaves. It's crazy. I don't know what that thing wants. Here's my Burle Marx Flame baby. No fenestrated leaves or anything yet. I can't wait until this baby grow up. It is beautiful in its mature form. My Golden Crocodile. It looks pretty much just like my Jungle Boogie, just a light-skinned version. Those things grow good though. They grow really easy. My Paraiso Verde, I chopped him up recently just because he was not growing the way I wanted him to. So I chopped and propped him. Those props should be about ready to go back into this soil. I'm gonna put them back into the soil with that original. I just needed to do something. I did not like the way old girl was looking. Then we got another Hoya down here. I do not remember where I got this one. I do not remember the name. I like the big oval shaped leaves. I was wondering if it's an Obovata or not, but whatever she is, she here and she healthy. I learned to stop killing Hoyas off by treating them like succulents. Treating them just like I water them as much as I water my succulents. And they thank me for it. They like to be completely dry. My white wizard down here. Now, looking at him, he's the reason why I think I might have had thrips or something, because his lower leaves, like 3 of them, all of a sudden just yellowed and was falling off. And so I pest treated everybody. Look at that little pink streak on there. That is so cute. Then you got this new leaf back here that's half moon with that little mint splash on there. That guy, believe it or not, grows relatively easy too. He's in a self-watering pot. He don't ask for much. And he just kept growing, pushing out leaf after leaf. He got so top heavy, I had to put this cage behind him and tie him to the cage because he kept trying to top over to the front because he just kept growing and growing and growing. Here's one of my Florida Greens. This is one of the 2 bigger plants. I got propagations off of these too, so it's like a baby Florida Green around here somewhere. And you see the damage on this leaf. This is, again, I couldn't tell if I had some kind of pest or some kind of fungal infection going on. But this guy really took a hit. Granted, it's still pushing out new leaves, but some of the older leaves really took a hit. There go one of the newer leaves back there. My Amedrium Silver. I just like the color and texture on this plant. It had such a long runner when I bought it. I clipped the runner up and I'm trying to propagate it. We'll see how that goes. But I hope those nose root up. I'm going to put it right back in that pot. I'm trying to remember what this one is. I think this is my Melanochrysum. I got a couple of plants that look like this with that velvety leaf and that veining. But I believe that's the Melanochrysum. Up here is a Jungle Boogie baby and a Florida Green baby. The Jungle Boogie baby got propagated by mistake. I was cleaning my Jungle Boogie one day and a chunk fell off. And so I was so heartbroken. I put it in water, it rooted up, now it's its own plant. This baby Florida Green is looking good, really good. And that one came from, I think, like 1 leaf. 1 leaf I had no expectations of. Trying to take it down. That's some more of that damage some of these babies suffered. I'm trying to take it down so you can get an idea for just how big that thing grew from that 1 leaf. Like, those Florida Greens grow, man. Here go another piece of that Burle Marx, that regular Burle Marx. I'm telling you, I got like at least 3 plants around the house, bushy plants from that one plant. That thing just grows. My little baby monkey tail. I can't wait to see how, and it's grown a lot. This was one of those Costa Farms special succulents where you got it. It was 2 inches. It wasn't much in the pot, but it's grown a lot. Another little Hoya back there hanging in the window. Again, it's a lot of Hoyas and their names be escaping me. This is another Syndaptus here on this tiny little pole. I'm just looking at it, letting it do what it do. This is my Peru, which again was one of my plants that had got down to 1 leaf. That's the leaf you see right there. And I said, I'm not giving up. I refuse. I don't know what this plant wants, but I'm gonna keep trying. And now it's rewarding me with a 2nd leaf. So when that unfurls, let's hope for a 3rd leaf and a 4th leaf until we get a nice full plant again. That little Haworthia back there and that little guy. Let me fix him. Sitting off to the side and stuff. There we go. That's how you're supposed to sit. I love me a cute little Haworthia. I had one before that it was going real good. I don't even remember why I went down here. That is a Philodendron Campo, baby. I can't wait to size them up and hopefully eventually get to those mature leaves. This is the El Choco Red. So yes, I'm pretty sure that other one was the Melanochrysum. This El Choco Red, once they come in, it kind of reminds me a lot of that Melanochrysum. But that new leaf, for instance, sometimes they come in so chocolatey looking. But that's a little baby. Then back there is the Raven ZZ, still kicking, still going strong. I see that little new growth up in there. And there's a little Zenzi ZZ. I had got that little guy on clearance. At first it was just that one stalk, but now there's another little baby coming up in that pot. We're gonna fill that pot on out, hopefully. Back there is what's left of my Tortum. It was a nice full Tortum. Again, one of those ones that got down. Again, one of those ones that got down to only like 2 leaves. But she coming back. And here's the Silver Streak. Now, I chopped this up myself because this thing was wild and out of control. I chopped it to prop it. Get another Silver Streak out of it. And possibly give it away to somebody because this thing grows like a weed. I remember having a little baby one before and it didn't grow like that. But then I got a more established one with a more established root system and that thing goes wild. Then I got a random allocation here. I can't even tell you what this is. I really can't. Some of the allocation I've had in the past, if you just like sit the soil to the side after all the leaves die off and then decide, you know what, I'm gonna just start taking care of this like it's a plant again, corms will just pop out. I believe this is a propagation from my regular pothos. A lot of people don't talk about it. You see Goldens more than anything, but I got a plain green pothos. And that's a marble pothos propagation that turned into a plant. Down here is the African Violet basket. For a long time, I didn't even know they came in different varieties. I thought it was just, you know, the same ones you see all of the time in Home Depot and Lowe's, but no, they come in so many varieties, and I have about 6 of them here. As you can see, this one is the Cedar Creek Dogwood. And I like the habit of these leaves. I like the little ruffles around the edges and that little spot in the middle. I thought that was so cute. And of course I had to get one with some variegation on it. And it's not like in this camera light, it may look more like a white variegation, but in person, it looked more like a strawberry variegation. And it might be because of that pink on the back of the leaves, or purple, whichever you want to call it. And this one's a Cajun Kanjan. I'm not sure. I did not write these labels. The seller wrote them. Now that's the biggest one that I got. That one is called a Woodland Sprite. It got those long little purple flowers on there. She actually gave me that one for free after I bought 5 already. And that one spreads pretty far. This one kind of reminds me of that first one, only that middle portion is more of a white instead of a pink. And it's called the Dolly Dimples. And the leaves seem a little more ruffled than that first one. I'm a girl. I'm attracted to ruffles, especially a plant with ruffles. But this one is the one that really took me out. I never saw an African violet with leaves this bright and light like this. And it has the nerve to be called a dark kiss. There's nothing dark about this plant. This last one also got some variegated leaves, but it seems like it has a wider, growth pattern, a wider spread, with little furs on it. And that's an Edge of Darkness. The names of these takes me out, but each one of these I thought were cute for one reason or another, and I really like having just a collection of them. It's the Purple Passion plant I got when I was in Pennsylvania. That guy's doing pretty good. That thing's turning into a whole bush. I've seen some people's trail. This guy's just standing up. I got my Rex Begonia back there. It took forever for me to learn to leave that thing alone. It do not want to be watered until the soil is so dry it's pulling away from the pot. If I water it before that, it has to fit and drop some leaves. Then I got a variegated jade down here. And I forget what this other little succulent is. But I like any little succulent that looks like a rose. And then this is just another Hoya show. Pretty sure that's a Hoya black margin. Because it does have that black margin around the leaves. I don't think it's a Hoya eye. I'm pretty sure it's not. That sad little... And I forget the name of that one, but it's down to just 2 leaves. The Enduanesis, I think this one is called. Again, ruffled leaves. I'm a sucker for ruffled leaves. And this one I'm pretty sure is one of the Carnosa splashes. So that's that whole stand and the little mini stand next to it that also has my little fairy garden in there. What you guys in there doing? It's summer, kids out of school and everything. They're just hanging out. And that is half my collection. Make sure you come back for part 2 for the second half.